even allowed to have an MMA fight. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's working like that.
Word.
So like through all that, bro, like I'm at taking it seriously. I'm on year 13.
You're 13. Wow.
Year 13
Of
training.
training.
Like the day that I like looked in the mirror and was like, I want to become a fighter.
Yeah.
From that point, it's been I'm about to hit my 13th year mark. Because I was 11 whenever. Like to do this stuff makes it easy.
Sheesh. I believe that. Going into something that you like doing instead of.
I mean, I've had it before. Like, I've owned my own gym before. I own my own gym. I've taught at multiple gyms. I've been head coach at different gyms. Mm-hmm. I've done the whole thing. It's just as of recent, it's been tough to be able to do that in Orlando. So finally being able to get a spot where like I know somebody, know people in Orlando. Makes a huge difference, bro. Let's see your jab. Step into it a little bit, stay farther away. Nice one. Let's go one step back, two.
One step back.
Yep, come into that jab though, kind of close in the distance. Yep. Nice again. 1, 2. Nice drive across again. Loosen up, dog. 3, 2. Nice double jab. 1, 2, 3, 2. Nice. So I'll show you a little bit of my mitt system and kind of like how I teach. If I touch here, right, I want you to think about like where the openings are to what I throw. So if I open up with a big wide left hook and you block here, you have a couple of different openings, but what's the most like viable one? Kinda. I can still kind of block. I've got a tight shell with my right arm here because I haven't done anything with my right arm.
Here?
Not necessarily an uppercut because I'm throwing my hook, so you don't want to drop that hand right before you go.
Okay.
But let's say I've already made contact.
Yeah.
Right here, right?
Oh, straight.
No, not with that hand.
Boom.
With the same side hand.
Okay.
A lot of people don't expect that because they always expect returns off the opposite side. That's
Yeah.
where you see this, and then they'll block on this side because they're expecting you to the left. You throw your left back, and then we rock them, stock, and robots.
Mm-hmm.
But block and deflect, then throwing it right down the middle.
Okay.
I kind of, if it were to go slow motion and I like land this hook on the back of your head, you follow the inside of my arm with your hand
Like this.
straight to the chin. Boom. So it kind of stays on the inside of it. So if I
Gotcha.
touch here, that calls for a 2. And this makes it non-verbal, so I don't have to talk a whole lot. Exactly. And if I touch here, that's going to be a double jab. Because if I throw one jab, that's not necessarily a lot of openings, you know what I mean? But you can always double up the rhythm. You can always one-up them, you know what I mean? So they throw one, you throw 2. Exactly. Yeah, now you get it. Yep, so that's how, like, getting my mitts to simulate a fight.
Yeah.
Both with reactions and getting, like, the words out of the conversation. We shouldn't have to talk about every rep. You're good. Try not to yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Don't beat yourself up for bad shots. Just keep them moving. You trip, you stumble, goes part up. You're right and move them again. You know what I mean? 1, 2. Yes, sir. Now we're getting it. 1, 2, 3. Think ollie. Think ollie. Yes, sir. And that's how that opens up. So that's how people will play off their jab and their hook, right? A lot of people play jab, you slip to the outside of it, you start giving that tell, and then they go into this game where they give you a dilemma between the lead hook and the jab. If you slip the jab, he starts faking the jab and going hook.
Mm-hmm.
If he starts going hook and you start blocking it, he'll start opening and then shooting straight in.
Yeah.
So it's like, pick your poison, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to do that, we have to play a really diverse game with this hand, and we have to be able to and then fire off of that whenever that comes in. So that way they know they don't get free shots off of a fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Last one,
Yes, sir.
Circle up. Yes, sir. Sweet.
Oh, that's crazy.
So that's 2 corners. There's a total of 4 corners in the system. Arms up. So think of it like this. This hand, double jab. this hand cross, this elbow. So if I throw up a right hook, which is kind of risky, but let's say that I throw here, what's your opening?
Bang.
You're kind of getting there. Left hook. Uppercut's not bad,
Okay.
but anytime that you're fighting hooks versus uppercuts, the hook's gonna win.
Really?
Throw an uppercut.
Mm-hmm.
The hook's always going to catch the insides of the elbows. You know what I mean?
Heard.
So in like a rock, paper, scissors matchup, you know what I mean? I throw a hook, you're definitely not gonna want to throw an uppercut back if you double up.
Mm.
Then the second one's gonna catch, because you're gonna have to reload that hand low to fire it back up again.
Yeah.
Go like tuck in, keep it close to your head, rotate the hip, 3-2 on the way out. That's the one. So the opening would be this shot. Boom. That one. And then you're just flushing it through with the two. Boom. Boom. Exactly.
Gotcha.
So here I go. So we got 3 corners now. So here's number 1, 2. Yes, sir. That's it. And we'll just go relax on that. Trick with the lead hook. This will like shortcut you a few years of time to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
To load the power for the lead hook, you can do it two ways. You can cheat step with your left foot, and you can stay left eye oriented, so like left eye in front. You know what I mean? So if you're left eye. Yeah. No. I really mean like left eye, like left eyeball. So if your left eyeball's on the center line, you're looking at me with your left eye. You throw the left hook. There, it's really hard to land power if you stay left eye oriented. What I mean by that is it's going to change your body weight and how you change into your weight of balance. You see what I mean?
Okay.
So right before you throw the hook, go right eye oriented. Go switch, turn, look at your right eye, then throw it.
Heard. Okay.
So if
So
you
it's
have
basically like a slip type motion?
a little bit. It's smaller. It's more
subtle.
more about, it's more subtle. It's more about the shift in weight than it is slipping your head.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like if
Yeah.
I'm already turned here and my body weight's turned and my right heel is heavy, this hook just feels like shit no matter how like hard I try to throw it.
So arm
But you have to
pressure.
just get that little reload back. Right eye oriented, I go right eye, right shoulder, right hip, right knee, all on the same line. And that'll give me the left hook I need. You know what I mean? So if I touch here, right before you throw it, go right eye, and you kind of just, I think about like teleporting there. Like teleport, right eye flat, boom, then throw the left hook. Exactly, and that'll fire it. That way you can kind of get recoil into it. Yes, sir. Pick that elbow up, throw it a little bit higher. There you go. All right, now, the last one. Left hook, the elbow. Now what do you have? Because now, if I'm not really throwing a hook. I'm more throwing a shovel uppercut to reach your liver, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now the rule doesn't necessarily apply. My hand's underhanded.
So
Now the uppercut comes in. Because this has to be a shovel hook. I can't be on this side of your body and throw like a perfect 90-degree hook to your body. The angle is there. It has to be here. Now you've got the short shot to the uppercut and you can pick up the head.
Okay.
6, 3, 2. Yes.
Sorry.
You're good.
Mm.
You're good. Just feel it. Just feel the reaction. Boom. Think about your fingers touching your eyebrow and the tip of your elbow touching your hip bone all at the same time. So this connection and that connection all click at the same time, and then they relax back out. See what I mean? And there, and off of that bounce, off of that tightness loosening, runs the uppercut. Exactly. And then throws it. Yep, make sure the uppercut's true uppercut. Don't let it like rotate out.
Ah.
Yep, I touch the hand, it's up here. I touch the elbow.
Woo. That's cool.
That's gonna do the whole thing without having to talk, without having to do nothing. I just walk up to my dude and I just.
Two roll, right?
You just want to feel it. Like that right there was perfect. I kind of show you a position, and the thing is, I don't want anything to be choreographed. I hate this bullshit. I hate 1, 2, slip, 2, 3, 2, go.
Yeah.
1, 2, slip, 2, and then the next time you go into sparring, you run into a guy that's not doing anything. You pick your hands up and you go 1, 2, slip. He didn't throw anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just
Yeah.
rehearsing things. That doesn't make
see.
any sense. Instead, I keep you on your toes. I make everything line. You know what I mean? I'll throw these, get you moving, get your reaction to me hitting you, get your reaction to blocking, and then I'll give you stuff. Slip two. Whoop. Hey, slip two. There you go. Slip two. Whoop. And I make you think light on your feet. Exactly. I want you to catch it on that last second. I don't want you to roll early. If I catch you like going two and then roll, I'll do one of these on you. And I'll like fake the first one and get the second one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what they're gonna do to you if
Yeah.
they see a pattern. You know what I mean? So you don't want to get
just
them any
two
patterns.
roll for no reason.
Exactly. Everything is reactions. I call that touch reaction drill. So it's all reactions. That's all it is. You're just reacting off of what's available to you and what's called. What's open. See? Exactly. Good shit, bro.
That's fine.
I don't have a trademark yet, so if you want to use it, go right ahead. I'll be teaching it to all the classes. I make beginners do it with other beginners. I make people hold. I force people to learn how to hold that system because it makes you better at defense.
I love that. I love that.
There's a lot of different shit. And the left eye, right eye system that I talked to you about, that's what a majority of my striking is based off of because my coach didn't know how to like explain anything well. He just like hummed and grunted.
Oh yeah.
And then he did really cool
Okay.
shit and expected me to copy it.
Mm.
So like I get you on being the one that learned from YouTube because I learned from a pro coach that I couldn't understand and I had to go try to figure it out on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to go back and backtrack. So now I want to be the opposite. I want to be able to explain everything. I want to be able to talk everything out. So like left eye, right eye. The premise behind that came whenever I studied my first few fights and I realized the whole entire time I looked at them with both eyes. My head didn't move left and my head didn't move right. I was so intense and so focused that my head stayed on the center line. My head didn't swivel from left shoulder to right shoulder. I might move my head, but my eye dominance and what I was looking at wasn't there. It was either both eyes or nothing. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And it created this this frantic feeling of pressure that I didn't need. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, those shots hurt. The nose hurts. Everything hurts here. I turn and I go left eye. All of a sudden, things are landing on the cheek. Things are landing on the top of the head. My slip's right there. And then my power is with this hand. I'm able to rotate better into it. Oh, wait. I go right. You throw the jab. There's my little throw the jab. There's my little slip. Go again. Throw the jab. There's my little slip. You throw a cross. I switch to right eye. There's my movement here. That goes into my cross again. Boom. And then I got a right hand that comes off of that. And then I got my movements that go into my left hook. And it's all based off just this left eye, right eye movement. So like anytime that I have dead zones, you know what I mean? I plant my feet, don't get real rhythmic with it. But I just go left eye, right eye, left eye, right eye, left eye, right eye. And anytime that I feel a stimulus that I'm trying to break the rhythm for, so let's say that you throw a double jab, and every time you throw the double jab, bah, bah, it catches me.
Yeah.
And then I bah, bah, it catches me. Instead, I reset, and whenever I come in, I'll try to mix it up between right eye and left eye. And what I'm doing is I'm data collecting. So I'm like, he hit me with that double jab 3 times that last round.
Yeah.
Does it happen more when I go right eye forward or left eye forward?
Okay.
That judgment, that data collection, if I go right eye forward and you start throwing that thing fast and you start throwing it faster, okay, I know that like that's that cue for that. I show the right eye, you double jab, and I start throwing my options in. I start throwing my counters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look good for the camera, bro. Nice and clean. I'll go grab my gloves real quick.
All right. Hey, put some wraps on.
No, you good. We ain't gonna be hitting that hard.
No. Okay.
No, I ain't even putting a mouthpiece in or nothing.
For sure. Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna get hit that much either. Slapping the freak out of me.
Yeah, only a little bit, bro. I'm being nice. I'm being nice, right? Whew. Look at that.
So the system, like, how did you
How did I devise that?
Yeah.
I built it off my coaches.
Your coach.
My coach had a similar system,
Yeah.
but it wasn't quite the same. It didn't quite flow as well. He kind of made shit up. He would like the first two were the same, double tap, cross. But every time he worked with me, he would like change what this is and change what this is. He still does it. If I go and he'll change what each of them mean. He'll like add angles in there and stuff that don't make sense. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm just gonna take those two and I'm just gonna make them make a little bit more sense. Put
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 punches in there that have a reason to be there, and I based it off of those openings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like getting a read for a block and knowing which opening corresponds to
Yeah.
that most likely. It's not there all the time, but at least
Yeah.
most of the time. You know what I mean?
So now, like when it happens in sparring or whatever,
Oh, it's so automatic.
it's just automatic.
I literally do it. I literally do it with my eyes closed because it's based off of like the pressure of my forearms, my elbows, and my hands, and corresponds to my defense. You know what I mean? It's drilled in. I mean, my coach gets me exhausted to the point of throwing up. Stands up, does that drill, and slaps the fuck out of me. Literally. So it's like I've drilled into my heart those reactions. You know what I mean? So if I ever get back into a corner and I'm on my like last brain cell, I know my body can at least give me those openings on my own, and I'm not throwing blind. You know, it's based off of data collections.